Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're no people the goodie, welcome back here. Canning potatoes today. Check it out. Load of potatoes. I'm gonna take this time while you guys stare at my jars. I want to apologize for any noise you hear in the background because the kids are in the living room doing their. All right, guys. I explain what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move all this stuff, bring the potatoes. I'm gonna start peeling, cutting them up, putting them in the jars, but I'm gonna speed up the process. So once I'm ready to talk to you guys, I will come back to the video. All right, guys. So I don't want to bore you going through like 20 jars of potatoes, but this is what it looks like with the water in it. As you saw me dice them up, put them in here, filled it up with water. I will tighten it as much as I can. I do shake it the first time because they are dirty. I have not washed them. And tomorrow, I'm going to put all the jars here. I'll come back and show you all the jars when I'm done. And then we'll come back tomorrow and finish the process. I just don't want to bore you watching me peel and dice potatoes because I'm pretty sure you know how to do that. All right, guys, I'm back. I wanted to tell you. So these are the three potatoes that I planted. I think this is a rose set. This is a yellow, maybe cold potato, and then I had the red, white potato. All of these, as time went by, I mean, when I first took them out, they were perfectly fine, normal. You can eat them, but it's been a couple of maybe 2 months that I had them in the storage, and they have turned into this, which they're brown, ugly looking, and I'm not gonna feed them to my family. They don't smell like a potato, it smells like a rotten potato. So actually the chickens are gonna eat them. So mainly most of them have rotted. So far I only have 4 jars that are almost full and I don't have that much. I think I probably have like 2 more jars, which is very disappointing. So going forward, I think what I'm gonna do is because we did get a bunch of these. These did pretty good. These did good. also, these did not do too good. So going forward, when I buy my seed, I'm just gonna do these two, and then as soon as these come out, I am going to put them in jars or freeze them or do something to put them away before they rot. I think these rotted. Some of these rotted, but it's because these are rotted, right? So if you have them all together, they tend to all rot. Um, so maybe next year is separate them. If I do these, put them in a different container versus putting them all in the same container. That was my big mistake. These ended up getting like a lot of bugs in them. These are not bug holes, but most of them do have bug holes, like really bad bug holes. But when you peel them, cut the bug hole, the rest of the potato is fine. But I will not do these anymore unless I do them in a one of the buckets. So in the buckets, these did okay. The ones that were in the ground, the bugs ate them up. So I wanted to show you that because I'm not gonna have as many jars as I thought I would have. Don't forget, this is our first year in this garden, so we're learning as we go, which is fine. And we're not gonna start today. Still have enough potatoes. I still have a Walmart an hour and 45 minutes away, so we're still good, people. Don't worry. So let me continue, and then I'll show you what I got. All right, guys, we got 9 quart jars full of potatoes. And then this is all I got left. So I'm going to peel them and freeze them tomorrow. But I will see you guys tomorrow to finish up the canning of potatoes. Morning, people. It's another day. So we're going to finish our potatoes. And right now, I got to take out the water from inside of here, refresh them with water, and put a teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to put in the canner. So let me arrange the spot, and I will bring you right back. Alright guys, here is my Nesco canner. You guys know that I love my Nesco canner. This thing is the bomb diggity. It's easy to use. What is it? Dummy friendly, right? Anybody can do it. You can do it. Just do your own research on it. Um, I've been always afraid of things that blow up in your face kind of thing. So I decided to buy the electric one. But I do have the one that goes on top of my stove. I did use that one for a very long time to make sure that I learned how to use it just in case the electric one actually goes bad. Check for where it gets plugged in. Alright, so I have water down here, and it's because I left the jars overnight. It's a little limited space, man. I need more space in my kitchen. Need a bigger kitchen. That's what I needed. Alright, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm rinsing all of these off. These have the water from yesterday. I'm gonna take all this water out, add fresh water, a teaspoon of salt, and then I'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna show you a visual, but don't judge my sink, or don't judge me, period. So here is the bottom of the jars. See them? They have a load of, besides dirt, because I didn't wash them, but starch underneath. We're taking that water out with the starch, basically. And this is what it looks like. So here it is with my sink. I took out all the starch from underneath. I put the 1 teaspoon of salt, and then I did take out some potatoes that was clearly a little bit above the rim. So I usually take out, hope you can see this, enough potatoes to go to the rim line. And then now I'm going to fill it up with water all the way to the rim line. Make sure all of it is covered. And then, technically speaking, then I just twist it enough where it just goes in, not tight enough. I shake it to debubble. That's where all those bubbles are coming from. Because I am debubbling it. And then I release the air. And then I just put it back. Enough where when it starts moving like that, that's finger tight. Um, don't forget, do your own research. Don't do as I do. I've learned from several people. I've had jars that have burst inside of the Nesco. Let me put you back. I've also had them where everything was fine. So inside this Nesco, this is the biggest jar you can put in here is the quarts. You can't put the half gallons in here. 4 quarts fit perfectly fine, whether they're wide or regular mouth. Doesn't really matter. They end up perfectly fine. Now I'm gonna put water in here about halfway through. Because I'm pressure canning. I usually put the water after. This is called cold on cold, which is cold water on cold jars, so it's not gonna burst. And usually I put the water after because of the simple fact that as soon as you put jars in here, water starts increasing. So I put it after the fact. But now I'm gonna seal it up, and for my temperature, this is pretty simple. You put it in exhaust, and of course, I gotta close it up, exhaust, and I'm gonna put it on high temperature for 40 minutes for where I live. So let me show you. You're gonna put high 40 exhaust, and then you just hit start. This is gonna rotate until it gets to an E10. That means it's giving you 10 minutes to put this on airtight for it to start its 40-minute process. That's all that means. So I won't do these until I am physically ready to put them in here. So I won't clean them out. I won't debubble them. I won't put any salt in them until these are done. When I literally take these out of the can, because don't forget, once you can it, you can't open it up. You have to wait for it to cool down. You have to wait for this to go down before you can open it up. So even if this goes down, the pressure in here is still not pressurized, but the cans are still hot. So I usually wait about another hour after. So technically right now, 10 minutes, 40. So within an hour, so 2 hours from now, I will come back and everything should be done. And it'll be cool enough where I can take them out and start the next batch. Now, I did put them all the way to the top. I should have another jar, technically speaking, because as I take them out, because I filled them up to the top, and you're not supposed to, I will take the top portion of potatoes out. I've been putting them in water, and I'm pretty sure I can get another can. The other thing I ended up doing was I made French fries. Check it out. I'm not sure if that's gonna work or not, but we're gonna try it and see if they work. So I'll be back. Here's a quick on how to tell when things are not sealed correctly. Here's one. The water looks weird. The potatoes look weird. And look, it is unsealed. You can also tell by here, but this one is not doing it, but I can tell because of the water. There's mold on the top. Yep. I'm going to show you another one. Here's another one. This was evaporated milk. I didn't put the canner for the right amount. And even though it's sealed, clearly it's spoiled because it turned into cottage cheese. So clearly that one is off. Here's another one. So even though it's completely sealed, if you don't put your stuff at the right time, that obviously they tell you to put the food for, it does go bad. I am afraid to open this stuff because I'm pretty sure it stinks. Here's another one completely sealed, but it looks like cottage cheese. Yep. So just be careful. Keep an eye on them. I check them at least once a month to make sure the stuff is sealed. Alright guys, I'm making chicken broth. So I made some chicken tikka masala with the bone in, and I peeled it all off, skin and all, and I put it in here, filled this up to the max. And then I put onion, pepper, celery, carrot, achote because I love the red color in my food, a bay leaf. What else did we put? I don't remember what else we put. Celery. We put celery. And now we're going to let it cook for 24 hours on slow. And I'm going to can it tomorrow. So I put it on low. Slow cook for 24 hours on the Instapot. And we'll come back tomorrow morning. Strain everything. Can it. And put it in the pressure cooker as soon as the other pressure cooking is done for the potatoes. All right. Hey guys. It's Friday afternoon. And I hope that this video does not take long because I think the other one was long and I gotta go back and see if I finished it. If not, we're gonna bundle all this stuff together. But right now, I'm gonna attempt in my life to clean up the green stalks, pick up whatever I can, and whatever does not have a sweet potato in it, I'm gonna put some spinach to start. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green stalks that I have to do. Yep. So let me get started, shall we? Alright guys, it's been a few days, but I have 9 jars of potatoes. That puts all of the potatoes that we harvested, except for obviously the ones that were damaged or didn't look too good. I did have 1 jar that did not seal, so that one we used the other day. And then we did a chicken for dinner, so I took all the bones and did bone broth, and I think I have 6 jars of the bone broth. Here's the bone slash chicken broth that I did, and I think it was 5 jars because it was 3 small and 2 big ones. I ended up having to cover my rack that's here because the sun keeps hitting it and it keeps unsealing my jars. So I covered it up with the blanket so at least they don't have the direct hit. Alright guys, it's another day. Here are the baby chicks. They're getting bigger. We have 10. We did have 11. 1 died, which it was the turkey, which I thought it was weird because the turkey is supposed to be bigger. But yesterday I harvested the cabbage. I left it out here so the bugs can come out of it. Here's my hot sauce. It's almost done. It's fermenting. Yes. so I can blend it up. We got that one watermelon. I still don't know how good it is. And I want to show you my greenstalk. So yesterday I cleaned up the greenstalk, gave it a scoop of compost. And they came back to life, thank God. And in each pot hole that does not have something in it, we did put, I started with green beans. So this one is bush green beans all around. And then every now and then when I water it, you see the green bean. So I need to make sure we put it in the ground so it can grow. Grow, baby, grow. I think I put 2 per hole that was empty. The sweet potato, which is right here, is supposed to be on this tier. I did have 2 in each tier, but the dogs kept chewing on it, like you see down here. So I'm hoping it comes back, because we've been trying to cover the entrance at nighttime so the dogs don't come up here. So far it's been working. Not sure if it'll continue to work. And then the extra long pieces like this one, I decided to put it in another hole to see if it gets roots and starts another set of sweet potato. The rest of the empty holes this stalk has green beans. This one I did the same thing for the sweet potato. The sweet potato on the bottom tier completely died because of the dogs. The strawberries, they're ever-bearing, but they've been eaten up by 1, the dog, and 2, stink bugs. They are ever-bearing, so they do give me the new plants. And when they do, I try to set them up in another section so they can keep growing. But as you can see, the sweet potato completely died. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the ever-bearing part of this strawberry, like this one, I don't think I'm supposed to clip them. Because as soon as I clip them and I put them on the soil, they die. So I think I have to let it grow long enough so it can grab into another hole and then let it be until it becomes a full plant. The same thing with this one. The dog ate it up. And then the empty holes, I did put spinach. So I put spinach on every hole on this one. The same thing with this one. It got eaten by a bunch of crap. I try to come out here as much as I can, and then I put more spinach. I think I did spinach on all of them. So you see, here's the ever-bearing. It's growing the ever-bearing. So it's coming along. But the same thing with the sweet potato. Every big container, I did put sweet potato and the dogs ate it up. So this one survived, but this one died. That kind of thing. So this has a bunch of spinach as well. Here is one of the ever-bearing that I ended up, you see, this one is growing, so it's long enough where I can put it here. And then technically all it has to do is touch soil so it can get roots. I was clipping it, so I think I can't be clipping it. I gotta wait until the roots actually settle in. It becomes an actual plant before I can clip it out. Because it was the same thing with this one. We put it in, it became a plant. And since I've been watering it, I think this one is going to die because there's soil on top of the root part, and you're not supposed to. But the water, overcrowded it. And this one has all spinach seedlings as well. I did put 4 seeds in each pot. This one as well. This one's full of green beans. I pulled them out. I grabbed as many as I could. And then this one has spinach as well. This one also had 2 plants of sweet potato, but as you can see, the dogs tore it up. So the sweet potato did not grow on that one. So it's all full of spinach. I put between 3 to 4 seeds. And then this one, I decided to do the same thing, whatever long piece of the sweet potato I have to put between to see if it grows me more sweet potatoes. And then any of the empty spots, I put green beans on this one. See, green bean right here. So every now and then I got to keep an eye on it because they do push up for some reason when I'm watering it. So I do come in every morning and I do water it, not on the top because these are starting plants. So I don't water it on the top. I water it individually around so the seeds can start. Once the beans start poking out, I can then water from the top. I also fertilize and I use the fish fertilizer. I have the big gallon and then I just fill this one up. I do a couple of pumps on the top, then fill it up with water, let it do its thing. And then I also did like 3 pumps in this thing, filled it up to the top, and then watered it individually in each hole so it can make sure it got fertilized. Now, it's like a double whammy because we have the white, we ended up buying these, what is that, like 3-inch piping from Lowe's. And it fit perfect underneath where that clear one fits. And then we brought it long enough that it can water the bottom. So technically the bottom also got fertilized. So as I water, I don't need to water any of these because each greenstalk has a pipe and it waters it. So I fertilized, oh, I fertilized all of them yesterday and watered them. So they all should start sprouting soon. I did pull all the green beans that I had in all of them. It gave me a good haul. Don't forget, I did have that infestation, so I didn't really care too much for the green stalks. I left them alone because usually if you don't water them all the time, the infestation goes away. And I haven't seen any issues with them, but we'll see because technically now I'm going to water them until it sprouts. Then I'll be watering them from the top once a week. I mean, the sweet potato's been doing okay. The strawberries all been being bitten by, I guess, bugs. So, but we did get like 4 little strawberries. I didn't try it, but we did get 4 little strawberries. So my guess is next year will be a better year for the strawberry. And the same thing with this one. I got a bunch of basil. The basils did good. My rosemary died and my thyme died, which it was sad. But we do have it over there as well in one of the round beds. So I still had some to harvest. And I got to come around and harvest more basil so it can dry out. And I did get a lot of onion stem to freeze dry, which I did. And what else did we do? And I think that was it. Not a piece of grass. Alright guys, here's a quick tour. My mint got, I guess struggled with the marigolds. Here is the bed that has all the herbs in it. It is being overpowered by this lemongrass, I tell you that much. So I think I'm gonna have to move that out once it gets a little thicker. And the sage. The rosemary is being stuck. Keep an eye on my surroundings. This was very pretty. So we're gonna take out the seeds and do this for next year. This is what I usually do. Then you get, volunteers all over the place, which is great. Put some more right here. Zinnias are great. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Everything looks good. The other day, I'm sure I'll show you the photo clips at the end of the video. If you see this little section right here, is because we caught a snake coming through. So it was a rattlesnake, so we had to shoot it and kill it. Now it's in my compost. Here's more zinnias. The ginger people. Man, that thing, I'm sure is great under there. Okay, because it's big, it's long, looks sturdy. So I'm glad it's picking up. My potatoes, remember how we put potatoes within the potatoes when we harvested the potatoes? They're starting to grow out. Just a few. Seems like 2. I left a couple of babies. So that's great. Everything seems overgrown, so I'm going to start pulling stuff eventually at the end of, where are we? We are in, what's today? August. The end of August. So sometime, maybe the first week of September, I'm going to try to attempt to start pulling things out as the weather starts getting better. The infestation we had in this bed, not sure if you'll be able to see it. We found out last night that they are yellow, welcome to my Spanglish, yellow jackets. Apparently they did a nest right underneath this bed right there. So, last thing got stung yesterday. That's how we found out that they were yellow jackets. So we're trying to stay away from over there, but it totally sucks because I got a lot of carrots over there. So we found out that we have to do the powder 7, which obviously it is a chemical, but you put it like right at the entrance, which we have to do it tonight. And as they go in, we got to leave them alone for 24 hours. And as they go in, they will take the powder with them, and it will technically kill everything and everybody in there. Then we have to cover it up because apparently we left, I guess, a little hole in between, which I knew it because the bed is a little slightly slumped. So once we do that, I am going to take topsoil from the pile that we have by the orchard, and I'm going to try to level it out once we get rid of clearly all the hornets, the yellow jackets. I'm not going to mess around with that right now. So, and then my thinking is so the bed doesn't feel too crooked or tight, what I'm gonna do is once we're done with the loofahs right here, I am going to take that out, the trellis out, and then I'm gonna try to put it in a different one that has like a better, I would say like a better straight, right? Like a little more straighter. So maybe like here, I can put it here because this one is straighter, and then put it like that. Even though this is not actually going to be there. We're scraping that out once we're done with the harvest of everything. We're scraping that out because that's where the old bed was. And we're going to toss all that to one of the beds, I guess. What else? So the plan is this year, I got a lot of tomatoes with me just throwing the seeds. This is my crazy bed. And more than the ones that we lined up. So what we are going to do is, obviously all this stuff is not permanent. I can pull it out. And what I'm going to do is end up doing this like I did with the pots. And then do another one on that side. Because we did buy more T-posts. We did get more T-posts. The other thing would be, I did like the craziness of the tomatoes. Because I did get a lot of tomatoes. But what I want to do is, I want my bed for other stuff. So I don't know. Even though we did get pretty much everything, I do want to keep all the pumpkins away from the bed. So the way we did the pumpkins this year, I'm not going to do it. Ooh, that was a bee. I'm not going to do it next year. So we're not putting any pumpkins on the sides of the beds. I am going to try to keep everything like 1 square for beets, let's say, and then 1 square for radishes. 1 square. I'm already planning for like next year. 1 square for the green beans, 1 square for, the onions, like that kind of thing is my plan. But also, we have the garlic that we have to do. So that's why we need to start clearing some of the stuff and figuring out what we want to do for next year. Since we do have the skid steer, we are going to scrape like this whole entire area because I did put the cover cropping. So we're hoping that it did get better with the cover cropping. I am taking this out because I do need to put either another layer of, I do have the paper instead of the boxes, so we don't get so much grass like in between the black containers. So I am going to take it apart because wherever we're going to put it, I am going to put more boxes so it can cover the ground from growing anything. This is where we had all the corn and stuff. That's all going to be gone because technically here I don't want anything. I need enough space to go through with, obviously, the skid steer. And this is a pretty good spot right here. So I could do like a ground. I am going to tear this up because this was a slump. If you can tell, it's a slump, you see. And I'm going to do probably the pumpkins here and keep them in one spot. But that's just thinking. We don't know for sure what we're going to do yet. I'm hoping that I can scrape it to make it all even. I did not see potatoes growing over there. Let's see. This is all the cover cropping that we put just to cover the ground because I don't want grass growing. So this is the fall, not fall. It's supposed to be, I think I put wheat and snap peas. And I did the same thing for here. And then I love this bed with the zinnias, the red and white zinnias. That was not intentional. I just grabbed all whatever zinnia seed I had. And I'm going to do the same thing and put them in the same bag once they dry out. And then obviously throw them where I want them. I'm trying to see if we got potatoes growing. No, because I did leave some potatoes in there. Now that one is the one that we put the fall cropping. And we should have like cabbage, carrots, and stuff starting to grow eventually. But everything looks so clear now. The pumpkin clearly picked up real quick as soon as we took out the corn. It did pick up and started doing its thing. The other thing I did notice was you see it picked up real quick. So it got huge. Like as soon as we took out the corn and gave it space, it decided to be a madness. And I don't know what kind of pumpkin it is. Because I threw all kinds of pumpkin seeds. You see them? There's not one big enough for me to see what kind of pumpkin it is. I do have, I think, 2 acorn squashes. Which is kind of sad because we like acorn squash. I did find another cantaloupe. It's right there. And then the other thing we realized was that there's poop here. Except we don't know what kind of animal did the poop. See it? It looks like rabbit poop, to tell you the truth. And then once we cleared up this little area, my peppers plant started to pick up. Cucumbers are dying, but I did put new seeds for new cukes to grow. All of this is cover cropping. We took out all the corn. So then the idea is that we will end up scraping all of this when we're ready with the skid steer to try to get it evened out. See, cucumber, but we did plant, I did put more seeds in there, so hopefully the seed will pick up. I did have, I don't know what was this called, because this was not my plant. Somebody gave me this, so I was not sure when am I supposed to pick this, because I don't even remember what it is. What is this, people? Help me out. Because I had 2 plants that my friend gave me, and clearly I didn't know when to pick it. It looks like this is the time to pick it. These are ripe, so I'm going to give it to the chickens. But let's see. The lemon is actually giving us lemons. Trying to keep an eye on my surrounding as well because of the fact of, we found a rattlesnake. I do have a few little small sugar watermelons. Here's my 2 little lemons. Unless they died. There was 2 little, oh, right here. 2 little lemons or limes. I don't even know. They're still green. But the tree is doing good. That was the here, right there, I threw all the extra soil from my seedlings, and after a while, it did pick up. So that was cool. My sweet potatoes are doing great because flowers are coming out. That's a good sign when you got flowers. Check out that radish. That thing is huge. So that's a good thing. We're going to have a good size of sweet potatoes. It looks like this is the kind of weather for the pumpkin because then I did get two pumpkins, sugar watermelon, and now the plant is like taking over. So I guess it was too hot. Check out the rattlesnake. It's dead though. We chopped up the tail and yep. Oh, and we also had a turkey that died. Yep. So, oh, the pineapple. The pineapple is doing great, people. See all this stuff. Check out the pineapple. That's 1, 2, and 3. They're actually doing great. This was also another pumpkin, which I don't know what pumpkin, but it's growing. The 2 trees died. It was an avocado and a kiwi, but the pineapples are doing great. I'm gonna have to put them in the greenhouse in the winter when the temperature starts dropping. Oh, here's the other radish. I think I took a picture of it. I know you guys see that Japanese radish. So they use that for cover cropping because it keeps growing underneath. And it makes like these big holes to aerate the ground, is from my understanding. Do your own research because, I did mine. And technically that's what it does. And I'm glad I have a few. I mean, I was hoping it would have more. It helps break down the ground. I'll give this to the chicken. The whole plant, I guess. I guess if I pick it, it gives me more because there's flowers on it. So maybe I'll get another one. I don't know. Did this chickens. Alright. So I did put more cucumber. These peppers seem to be struggling with the heat. We try to water them as much as we can. There's another radish right there that's doing this thing. Here's an acorn plant, and I think there's one in there. I think that's it. The loofah is doing great. I also put a picture of the loofah. Trying to stay away from the yellow jackets as much as I can. But I got loofahs going everywhere, especially with this heat. It's kind of crazy. But that's it. I got 2 potato plants popping up, so that's good. Maybe we'll get more. Who knows? But here's the garden. End of August. Gotta deal with those yellow jackets so I can get my carrots. And I'm still getting tomatoes, so I think I have like 5 gallons bags of frozen tomatoes. So thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Hey, hon.